It's a special Sunday video because it's May 1st and we are finally through the April horrible month of terrible movies that was inflicted upon me by Dustin Ferguson, and we're free.
Gosh, because I'm going to give 31 days of trickery all month of April.
But there's only 30 days in April.
Not this one. I've added an extra. It's like an evil leap year. I'm talking.
Oh no. Well, one more for the road, I guess, guys. And it's the worst of all because the name Ed Wood has become synonymous with bad filmmaking. His mark on the world of cinema has been felt far and wide, and he even had a biopic in which he was played by Johnny Depp, no less. But his biggest claim to fame is creating what was long considered the worst film of all time, Plan 9 from Outer Space. And today, we're going to take a look at that and what came after, because yeah, there was sort of a sequel and remake that need looking into. And we're going to see how bad this all can be. Like, is it actually bad, or is it just that it can't be understood by your stupid minds? Stupid. The reported worst film of all time came out in 1957, but had a wide release in 1959, and it's Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space. And why is it considered that?
Future events such as these will affect you in the future.
Oh. It kicks off at a funeral with Bela Lugosi in his very last film. A plane is then seen flying into Burbank, which I highly recommend over LAX, and they see a flying saucer. I mean, I say flying, but like this string is clearly visible. And then these two ditch diggers encounter Elvira. I mean Morticia. Vampira. There's another Bela scene in which he's hit by a car, and here's the story. At this point, Bela had already died. These scenes weren't even for the movie. They were shot and improvised by Lugosi, but didn't have a concrete project that they were planned for. They weren't even possibly connected, but after his death, Wood had this footage and decided to include them here and wrote them into the storyline. At his funeral, these people duck under the lowest tomb doorway ever. Like, why would they make this door so low? Vampira is actually Lugosi's dead wife, risen again, and Inspector Tor is here in one of the few scenes that I can recall him speaking in. And they find the dead diggers that are very clearly not mannequins. They are definitely dead bodies. The old man is resurrected, but hey, that doesn't look like Bela. And that's because by this point he had already passed away, so what Wood did was have his wife's chiropractor stand in for him. But he didn't look anything like Bela, so he was instructed to simply hold his cape up over his face. Tor is killed, leading to some top-notch police work.
One thing's sure, Inspector Clay's dead. Murdered. And somebody's responsible.
Like, what is this dude doing with his gun? Has he not heard of trigger discipline and, I don't know, not just like pointing it randomly at people? The UFOs start appearing everywhere, and on them these aliens say that they're using Plan 9, which is reviving the dead to attack the living, and their plan is going gangbusters since they've already revived 2 people. The Earth is as good as dead. And then there's this.
A pillow.
Well, I have to have something to keep me company while you're away. Sometimes in the night when it does get a little lonely, I reach over and touch it.
I don't really have a comment for that. There's some more Bela shots mixed in with not Bela, and it switches from night to day and back again. And what is going on with Vampira's waist? And then Tor is revived, and when they show him off to the alien master, he gets a little out of control.
We'll break contact. That was too close.
They're able to stop the Bela zombie, which I guess turns it into a skeleton instantly. So to stress this, the entire plan of the aliens was to bring the dead back to life. They managed to bring back 3. 1 is now dead. How is this a plan again? The humans face off with Eros, I guess our main baddie.
You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid.
And their whole plan seems to rely upon the fact that Tor kidnapped the hero's girlfriend. Like, we're gonna take over the Earth and subjugate all humans. No, you won't. We've kidnapped this one person here. Well, looks like you got us. They fight back and the alien's ship catches on fire, which halts their entire plan. Like, this whole alien invasion was literally 2 people reanimating 3 zombies. There's no date here, so we'll roll with real time. 59? 57? Either one. 36 years later, long after the film had taken its place in history as being one of the worst films ever made, someone decided Plan 9 needed a sequel. And so was born 1995's Plan 10 from Outer Space. It was directed by Trent Harris, who had previously done the delightfully odd film Ruben and Ed, which might now mostly be known as the film that Crispin Glover may have been promoting when he almost kicked David Letterman in the face, considering he was wearing the character's exact outfit, although it was 4 years before that movie would be released. This one is set in Salt Lake City, and in case you were curious if this was going to be similar to the first one, it starts with a primer on the origins of the Mormon Church.
This Joseph did, and thus gave birth to the modern Book of Mormon.
What's going on? Our main character is Lucinda, and her brother is receiving signals from outer space, and he's committed. She finds this plaque out by the water and finds out that it might be the plaque of Kolob, which is the planet that Mormons believe that God lives on. It's really bizarre, as it's mostly just Lucinda walking around talking to people and discussing the history of Mormonism. But then when they try to decipher one of the lost gospels, it translates to Plan 10 from outer space. Karen Black shows up as Nehor, and she has a musical number, and I don't know what's happening here. I'm not sure what I expected, but I did not expect this. She starts to wonder if she's going crazy or if there really are aliens, and oh my god, a song and dance number? She ends up being taken into space by a beehive head man, and they have to destroy the plaque, which kicks off Plan 10, which apparently destroys civilization, and Lucinda rides a motorcycle to freedom or something. I do not know. But there is also no date, so 95 it is. Then in 2009, Ernie Foselius, the creator of the classic spoof Hardware Wars, made a short film called Plan 9.1 from Outer Space, which was an abbreviated version of the original film, only done with puppets. It's pretty fun. A remake also appeared in 2015 with Plan 9, and horror host Mr. Lobo is Criswell here, but he's an actor. This version was directed by John Johnson, director of the Skeleton Key movies, which I will absolutely need to cover at some point, which I guess I will apologize for ahead of time. It actually follows the script of the first film, just reinterpreted as a more serious film, and instead of a UFO, there's a meteor that produces this tar-like substance. And it's Halloween, which allows for some interpretation, like the Old Man Bella character being dressed as Dracula when he dies. And then the dead rise, way more than 3 of them, and oh, the town is named Nilbog. I hear, not sure if you know this, but I hear that Nilbog is goblin spelled backwards. The zombies attack way more effectively than the original version, and there's some sort of pulse that triggers and brings back more dead folk, including our Tor stand-in, and there's a door with a bunch of authorization stickers on it going up to 2011. And obviously the script drastically deviates here as the film becomes more of a classic zombie flick, and these are different than the standard variety ones, and that to kill them you have to destroy their hearts. And then with each wave of the pulse, the undead gets smarter, using weapons and tools, and then one has a laser gun. And there's one original cast member on hand here, and it's Ed Wood's regular Conrad Brooks. And they end up teaming up with the military and this guy who feels the need to decertify before killing zombies. Less clothing is not exactly a tactical advantage when you're up against things that bite. The alien leader Eros has taken human form and tells them they're wiping them out because of humans' technological advancement with weaponry, and Crazy Soldier finds their source and jumps in, which destroys it and kills all the aliens, but at least one survived. So there's no date here, which is maddening because I spotted like 6 calendars on walls, but they were always just out of focus enough to be unreadable. So let's just say 2015. And you know, sidebar, something funny about this movie, there's a couple of characters that I don't know if they just became unavailable or what, but they just exit the movie. This guy is sort of like a lead side character, and then right before they all head off to escape, he's hit on the head and knocked out. We see him a little later wake up and act confused that everyone is gone, and then we just never see him again. The main character, the hero of the movie, is reunited with his wife, and Kreskin gives a speech about how he's a hero and found his love and now just needs to find a place to hide and be with her, and he does, and we never see him again. It's kind of hilarious, but I also kind of want to know if it was intentional. There's also apparently another remake on the way from Christopher Collar with Sean C. Phillips in the Tor role, although this might be up in the air. The IMDb listing shows Sean back in his huskier days, so it would seem that was shot quite a bit ago, but it's never been released and is still listed as filming, so it's possible that this will never see the light of day. So there you have it. It's, I guess, 3 movies? 3? Whatever. That are not connected. It's the original movie, the sequel is not really a sequel, and the remake is, it's just a remake, essentially, like a serious version of the remake. But yeah, I love the first movie. I could watch it whenever. It's so much fun. The sequel is odd. It was a fun experience, but I don't know if I'll ever watch it again. It was interesting. I recommend it just for the bizarreness of it. And I liked the remake. I feel like the remake was a little overly long, and in the middle it just becomes like a typical zombie movie, but I don't know. It was a fun reinterpretation of the original source material. It's not good, but I did enjoy watching it, I guess, if that makes any sense. But so there you have it. Am I done now? Dustin, can I go?
All right, Josh, you're free to go for now.
Thank you. This has actually been okay. I'm not mad about it. Watching most of these movies. But you know, I want to take this moment to apologize to you for all the terrible things that I've said to you over the course of this channel, and I will not do it again because I don't want you to make me watch terrible movies again. So I'm sorry, Dustin.
That's all right. On our Valentine's Day, you took me to see The Complex, so you get a pass.
Well, there you go. If you like Plan 9, if you hate it, love it, whatever, leave me down in the comments down below. If you've seen these, want to make some comments about them, do that. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/movietimelines, do that whole thing. May is, we're done with this whole how bad it could be month. May is going to be all quality stuff. Some damn good movies going to be covering in the month of May. So look forward to that. And we'll see you very shortly, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.